Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you confirm you can see my
Yes,
screen?
sir. Yes, sir. We are in manage links, sir.
Okay. Go to manage links. Now, you should see, go to Revit. You should see sample link, sample building 2024. You now reload from, I linked this from my own local file. So the original sample building that was sent to you, locate it, reload, do reload from, then locate where you have your the original model that was sent, the original architectural drawing that was sent. Click on it and open. Open, then apply, and okay, your architectural model should show. Okay, someone is raising up their hands.
It's saying that
Engineer Akinola.
when I follow that, it's saying that link module user blah 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 drawing. The link will be unloaded. Right? Click close.
Reload. I said reload from. Reload from.
Yes. Okay. Reload from.
Yes. Reload from. Engineer Akinola, you are raising your hands.
Yes.
So let's just use 10 minutes to take all our questions. Engineer Akinola.
Okay. So I don't.
Yes, I'm in reload from.
Sir?
Hello, can you?
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. So I want to point out something. I believe the restroom area is for male and female, which I believe that the other part that is not enclosed, where you put this free hosting WC is supposed to be for urinal. So
Urine. Oh, thank you for that. So we should include the urinal. So we're having a male section and a female section. Thank you very much for that, sir.
Welcome.
So engineer, yes. I'm in reload from now. Then I'm in my file now. I should just pick the MEP sample office building, right?
No. Look for your original architectural drawing. The original sample architectural drawing that was sent to the group.
Okay.
The original architectural drawing, not the MEP.
Okay. So it now brought another thing. Autodesk Revit 2024 warning. The link cannot be reloaded because it is loaded into another open document.
So that means you have that drawing open somewhere else. You need to close other drawings that have that link. That's Revit, that same architectural file open. So just make sure you have only this one we are working with open.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much. Engineer Akinola will effect that now. We are going to get a urinal family. So I think we'll use that opportunity to quickly explore how to get families. Let me check the WhatsApp group. Questions. I have issue here too. It's a zip file actually, and I've extracted, but still not showing yet. It's basically a zip file. You just need to extract. All the families are inside the extracts file. You just need to unzip them. Any other questions, please? Engineer Akinola's hand is up, and engineer. Okay, Engineer Akinola, please proceed.
So sorry, I forgot to bring my hand down.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Engineer Anselm. Engineer Anselm. Kindly proceed with your question, please. Engineer Anselm, are you with us? Okay, Engineer Jamil. Kindly proceed with your question, sir.
Good morning. I have the same issue trying to open the file.
I'm currently at sample office building 2020. This other aspect is not showing very well. Okay, hold on, please. 2020 sample office building 2024 Revit. So I'm clicking on it. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
I'm clicking on it. The status is written not found. Under the status is written not found.
Okay, no problem. Let's go over it again together. Can you see my screen now?
Hold on, please. Okay, I can see your screen.
Under manage links, you should
Under
be
manage
seeing
links.
under Revit, you should be seeing a sample office building that is not it should be giving an error. You now do reload from.
I can't find it. Too.
Okay, reload from. Okay.
Now look for this sample office building wherever you have it saved on your local file. On your
Okay, where it is saved, the location where it is saved.
where you have it saved personally, wherever you have it saved personally.
Okay.
Then click open.
Okay.
Then apply and okay.
Apply and okay. Okay. I'll do that. I'm still looking for it. Don't worry, you can go ahead. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, Engineer Palumi.
Good morning, Engineer Victor. Okay.
Please, I dropped
yes, sir.
the
Please
question.
carry on with your question, sir.
I dropped the
okay,
question
on the chat
chat
box.
Yes.
Let me quickly check that, sir. Kindly give me a minute to quickly assess that question.
Okay.
Okay, Engineer Anselm, please proceed with your question.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. You have repeatedly.
Thank you, sir. I can't hear you again, sir. Engineer Anselm. Okay. So Engineer Victor said he dropped the question. I can't find that, but I'll check on it. So let's proceed with the class.
Okay, but let me.
Okay, please proceed with your question, Engineer Victor. Yes, please ask your question.
So from the onset, you showed us the two methods actually in how to load in a families, right?
Yes, sir.
So you talked about going to the link, then loading a family from the source. Then another one is to drag it in.
Yes, sir.
So my question was like, is there a best method of loading, or whichever way, does any method within this to have an effect on the properties or on the way you see the families after loading it in from any of these methods, or the two methods are fine, whichever way you prefer to use it?
Okay, so Engineer Victor, thank you very much for that question. Now, the way Revit officially will tell you to load in a family is to go to your insert, load family, then bring it in. The reason why is because you have different types of family. Now, if we're using a family with a type catalog, dragging it in might be a challenge, because dragging it in will just bring in everything. And what a type catalog is supposed to do is give you options, which will now limit the amount of families. So in type catalog, so let's say I'm having a sanitary fixture type catalog, maybe a toilet seat. I can have like 100 different types under a type catalog. When I load in family, it will give me an option to say, okay, select the specific types you want. However, if I drag it in, it might bring in everything. And that can be a very large folder. So both works, but the best practice is to insert.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Engineer Samuel, please proceed with your question, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it okay? I think you've explained from insert, then you load family. Yes. But which one of them did you load that got us there?
I inserted the one. So under our zip folders, open that zip folder. You should see a folder with sanitary fixtures. You should see another folder with domestic cold water. So the one for the sanitary fixtures contains all the families we are using for our sanitary fixtures family. Then the domestic cold water contains all our pipe accessories for cold water system. Okay, now this is the advantage of being in the physical class. I need to quickly attend to a question in the physical class. So please give me 1 minute, please.
This one is for the pipes, fixes, everything.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, then after from
No problem. So which one are you? Which one do you want to load?
all the sanitary.
The toilets.
Yes.
So you've downloaded all those.
Yes. Yes.
It's under sanitary wares.
Okay.
It is here. So if you click on it, you can see here. Look, these all of them.
I have to click on them one by one to load them, or I can click on everything.
Control, do
Yeah,
control, and do everything.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go.
Class. Now, engineer. Someone suggested that we bring in urinals. So let's quickly get a urinal family. Let's say beam objects. Okay, so I'll just quickly get the urinal family by the side, and let's proceed with what we have right now. So we've placed our fixtures. So now let us also now for our wash basin, our wash hand basins as well. We also know that they are usually not connected directly to your pipes. It will be connected to angle valves, which will now be connected via a flexible connector to your wash basins. So let me just quickly position my angle valves, create similar for my wash basins. So
Please, have you started recording?
Yes, we are recording, sir. So I just want to quickly place my angle valve. So I have an angle valve for cold water, and I have another for hot water to differentiate them. So this should be my hot water. Yes. Create instance and drop. Now let me go to my section to see my elevation of my angle valves if they are positioned rightly. So let me put this at an elevation of 600. Let me put this as well as an elevation of 600. Now we've positioned our angle valves. Now we also know that for our drainage, for our wash basins, they are usually not connected directly to the wash basin. They are connected to either a P trap or a U trap. So let's quickly bring in a P trap family. I'll go to my insert, load family. I'll locate the location of my P trap, my computer. Sorry. Documents. So I'll go to plumbing services. I'll now go to drainage and bring in my bottle trap. Bam. Let me look for a non-hosted one. Open. So I have brought in my P-trap as well. So I'll go to my pipe accessories. I'll go to systems, go to my pipe as plumbing accessories. Pipe accessories, and look for my P-trap. Okay, it's not under plumbing accessories. Let me check under plumbing fixtures. Yes. So let me just quickly drop my P-trap and space bar to rotate. Then to align it to the wall, the shortcut, as I said earlier, is AL. Click and align. Then I want it to align to the center as well. Align. So what we can just quickly do to make our modeling faster is, as I mentioned earlier, I will click, since I have these items in a similar array, I'll click on them. I'll click on create similar or copy. Click. I'll look for a center reference point. I'm using the center of my wash basin. Copy, paste. I'll do the same here as well. Now, I can say we have all we need to start drawing our pipes. So let me just quickly do the same for so let's check it in our section. You see now, all my bottle traps are on the ground level. So how do I quickly, in a scenario like this, how do I quickly move all my bottle traps at the same time? I'll click on one, right click. I'll now do select all instances visible in my view. You can see that it has highlighted everything, all of the family that are similar to my bottle trap in blue. I'll come to my properties panel and change the elevation for all of them to 600. Apply. Now, let me just quickly copy this for the handicap toilet as well. I'll do Control C. That's copy, Control V to paste. Then I will do rotate. This is the symbol for rotate, or RO. Rotate. Pick a first plane, 90. Enter. Then I want to move this in place. The reason why I did this is I don't want to start dragging families again. Now, I can say for my, let me do TX and call this, let me say this is my female, so that we can differentiate them. Female toilets. So now, I think we can start drawing our pipes now. Let's start with our drainage pipes. Now, depending on your design concept, this class is not a plumbing design class, but based on design concepts, you can either have a primary ventilated stack system or a secondary ventilated stack system. And you can have a single stack system or a double stack system. But for the purpose of this class, we are going for a very simple concept, which is a single stack system. So a double stack system, but with a primary ventilated stack. Now, what does that mean? All my sanitary, all my soil waste will be connected on a single system. All my wastewater pipe will be connected on a single system. We'll now have separate stacks for them, but it will now be a single stack. Now, let's see what we mean by that. Now, for me to draw my pipe, I'll come to systems and I can see pipe, PI, and the shortcut is also PI. So I'll do PI, and I want to start with my wastewater pipe. Now, I also want to show something. In Revit, Revit can help you generate pipe routes automatically. However, is something I strongly advise against. Reason why. Revit is not so smart in drawing those pipes. With the advent of AI, we can say, okay, maybe it's doing better, but Revit itself is terrible at giving you a desired pipe route. Now, let's experiment that. So let's say we want to generate a automatic pipe route for all our cold water systems. Now, what I'll do is I'll click on all my accessories that are cold water related. Let me do select all instances visible in view. Then I will, oh, okay, sorry. Let me pick all my sanitary fixtures. Let me pick the ones that are on the same row. Pam, 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 pam. I will add them to a piping system. Boom. Let me call this sanitary system 1. Okay. Now, I can tell it, you can see that it has said generate layout, generate placeholder. So I can tell Revit, it has identified all my sanitaries that I've highlighted as being on a single system. I cannot tell Revit, generate layouts for me automatically for these fixtures. If I click on generate layouts, you can see it is giving me, it's saying there's no solution for this view. All the elements have been filtered for this view. Select another view. So let's go to our 3D view. Now, you can see this blue line is showing at the back. That's the pipe route it is proposing. Can we all see this? This is the pipe route Revit is proposing. So, and it's also giving me options. Option 1, let us look at what it's giving us for option 2. So basically my option 1 and option 2 is the same. Let's do finish and see what it gives us. Let's check it in plumbing. Now, you see what it has generated? It just gave me a single line. That is why I personally, I don't recommend using the auto pipe route option in Revit. Is very finicky, it's very dicey to use. So let me just do Ctrl Z to undo. So I'm just showing us how to generate an automatic pipe route, but it's something that is usually, Revit does not do it so well. Now let's draw a pipe. We are starting with our drainage pipe. So I'll do PI. I'll pick my PVC pipe. Now we've discussed about segment and sizes. You should have set your segment and sizes to the right sizes before you start your design or modeling projects. Now, as per this project that was the project that was sent to the group, this has already been done. I'll now say I want waste pipe. I'll come here. Let's just draw out a pipe first. Bam. Sorry. So I think I'm in the wrong view. Yeah, PI. So I'll click soil waste. Now we see that I'm getting an error. My pipe is not showing. Who can tell me why my pipe is not showing? Or who can suggest what's going on?
The pipes are not turned in visibility graphics.
Okay, so let's check it one by one that way. I know what is wrong, but let's check it. Filters. Soil waste. Yes, you can see now it is turned off. Now, I'll go to my view templates. Okay, see now my view template is in domestic water supply. Let me change this to plumbing plan, which is my coordination. Apply. Okay. Now you can see that my pipe is showing now. Are we together? Thank you.
No, I'm not with you.
Please come again.
Okay, where should I come again?
From
Engineer
when you
fees.
are, no, from when
Okay, Engineer Jami.
you added this yellow colored pipe, how you were able to call this out from the
Out.
community? Yes, yes.
Okay. So what happened why I was not able to see my pipe the other time was because you remember last class we were discussing view templates. Now, if we come to my right hand side, the view template that was originally applied on this view was domestic water supply. Let me click on it again and apply. You should see that that pipe should disappear again. Why? When I go to my view templates, let me edit my view templates, go to edit my filters. You can see that for domestic water supply plan view templates, soil waste is turned off. And that's the reason why anything associated to my soil waste will not show. Do you get that now, Engineer Fees?
I'm with you.
When I now went, I'm with you, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. So I now want to go and change this my view template back to either plumbing or drainage. But I want plumbing because I want to coordinate both my drainage and water supply. I click on plumbing plan and apply. I'll click OK. You see that my pipe is showing now. Let's look at the filter rules for this plumbing plan. For my plumbing plan, you can see that soil waste visibility is turned on. So I'm able to see all these components that are checked will be able to show in my model.
Okay.
Are we together, sir?
Yes, I'm with you.
Thank you. So apply. Okay. Now, as I said, we are designing a double stack system with a primary ventilation stack. Now, one thing I want to mention is that whenever we are in a view, whenever you click on a family, whether a system family, a loadable family, when you click on them in view, you can see all the properties associated to them on the properties panel. Now, this pipe, usually, as I said, the way I like to design is maybe because of my experience. I've been a contractor. I've supervised installation of things like this. You will have your pipe at low level. I don't know if you get that. Our pipe will be at low level in the wall, whether in the wall, in the shaft, but they've graciously provided us with a shaft to use. Now, let's cut a section at the back of this. Let's cut a section this way to see what's happening behind our toilet seat. I'll change this to fine. What's that? No. I'm already on my section now. Okay. Kindly confirm if you can see my screen. For those at home, please confirm.
Yeah, I can see.
I see it, sir. Yeah,
I can see.
Okay, VV. Yes.
I think there are some aspects under the, I don't know, where the last explanation you did on how to apply. I'm not seeing it under the screen. I don't know.
Yes.
Please come again, sir.
Same here. Seriously, I thought it was only
I
me.
think that screen,
Because
the screen you are showing, I asked a
Okay.
question earlier, how you
Got here. Okay,
pipe.
my visibility graphics panel is not showing, Abby.
It's not
Yes,
showing.
they are not showing. It's not
I'm
showing
very
at all.
sorry. So permit me to stop sharing and share again.
Okay.
Stop sharing, and let me share my entire screen. Now let me just quickly go back to that question again. Now, if I do VV, can you see my visibility graphics now? You can see it now. So let me just quickly go back to that
now.
question again. Yeah, thank you very much for
Now it's
for calling my attention to it. Now,
Yeah.
as I said earlier, the reason why I was not seeing my soil pipe is because my view template that was applied originally was domestic water supply. If I come to my domestic water supply and check the filter rules that were applied, my filter rule says soil waste should be turned off. That was why I was not able to see my soil waste pipe originally. Now, I now reverted to my plumbing plan template, which is my coordination template for all my drainage and water supply system. If I now check the filter rules, you can see that the defined filter rule here says that all my soil waste, wastewater, everything should be visible. And that's the reason why I can see it now. Are we together on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So just to proceed quickly, as I said, I want to draw a section to see what's going on. Now, I want to quickly show something. Create similar. I can draw a pipe. Now, in Revit, you can draw a straight pipe. And for sanitary pipes, you can also have a slope. You can define a slope. Because we know that in gravity, in drainage system is a gravity system. So if I draw my pipe now, bam, I can decide to apply a slope to this my pipe. Now, how do I apply slope? I click on the pipe and you can see slope. I can click on slope. It will ask me, what value of slope do I want to use? Let's say I want to use 1:100, 1:80, 1:70. So for soil, let's say I'm using 1:80. I'll do finish. Okay, someone is asking, what is that 1:80? Now imagine you're drawing a right angle triangle. So it is the ratio of your
Hypotenuse to the
is
Yes, ma'am.
height. Yes, your height is your drop. Let me just put it as your drop. So permit me to use a detail line. Detail line. Now, let me draw a triangle. Now, this is my slope. Let's say TX text. Let's say this is 10. Let's just say this is 10 mm. This slope, my slope determines my drop. Now, when I did 1:100, what I'm saying is for every 100-meter length of pipe, give me a drop of for every 100, let me say for every 1 meter, for every 100-meter length of pipe, give me a
drop of
10
100
cm drop.
Yeah.
Please, are we together?
Yes, I'm with you.
So what I'm saying is, as this pipe, and that's what we are trying to do. Okay, let's check this pipe. Let's compare the two pipes in the section, the one with slope and the one without a slope. So let's go to our section. You can see that the pipe with slope now, you can see it is not straight like the previous one. So what it's saying is, as this pipe is going, for every length, for a certain length of pipe, for a certain length of the pipe, let the pipe start tilting down or tilting up at a certain rate. Are we together on that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, I will now bring us to another challenge with Revit. If you are drawing with slope pipes, you have to be very careful because it is not easy to do a line when you are drawing. Okay, let's experiment with it. Now, let's say this is our pipe. Let's connect it to our. Let's connect it. Now, another thing you can do is, okay, so we can see that this toilet here is a toilet with an S trap. So that means the drainage point is directly below the seat. Do we want to do that? No, because we already provided the shafts. So let me try this other guy. Now, you can see that this other pipe, this is a P-trap toilet seat, which means the the point of exit of the soil waste is behind the wall, not at the floor. So if I do, you can see these connectors. Can we see the connectors?
Yes.
Yes. So what I can do is, let me just quickly rotate this, tab and arrow. Now, let me explain what I did here. What I did was, I wanted to select all these pipes at once. I don't want to be selecting them one by one. What I did was, I pressed tab to select those pipes. Then I want to rotate arrow 180 degrees. Now, let me align this is my pipe to the connector points. So I'll click on, I did AL align, click on the connector point, then align it to the center of my pipe. Now, to connect your toilet seat to my pipe, there are two ways I can do it. I can either decide to draw it to get there, or Revit has an option. Whatever family has connectors, you can do connect into automatically. So for example, when I click this pipe, this sanitary fixture, you can see these options that it's giving me here. It's showing me the different types of connectors that family has. I will now click connect into. So it's showing me the connectors on this sanitary fixture. So it's telling me there's a sanitary 102 mm, there's a domestic water 13 mm. So I want to connect to my sanitary. I'll click 102 mm. Okay. Then I'll pick the pipe I want to connect into. Bam. It's giving me an error. So why the error is coming up is that my pipe is not aligned to the center of the sanitary fixture. I'll do align, click, then align. I'll go to my section 2 and ensure it is also aligned. Click, align. Now let me try it again. Connect into. Okay, then pick. So Revit could not find the pipe. Please check the routing pipes. Oh, I see the issue now. Now, this is where we now start getting into the nitty-gritty of Revit. Now, let's check the size of this connector. The connector says 102 mm, and my pipe is 100 mm. So it is telling me that Revit cannot detect a segment, maybe a reducer of some sort, to connect the two of them together. So what can I do to resolve this error? I can click on my family, then edit family. We'll go into the details of family, dealing with families, editing families separately later. But just to resolve our issue at hand, I'll click on edit family. And I want to change the size of this connector. Sorry. So, yes. Now, I wanted to see if I can edit the diameter here, but I can't edit it here. So I have to edit it inside the family. So let's go into the family. And so this is my preview. I'll go to my 3D view for my family. I'll click shift and drag around to rotate, or use this cube to move around. Now, this is the connector. I'll click on this connector. It's telling me 102 mm. Let's look at what is driving it. Diameter. I'll now go into my family type, which is this here. Family type, click on it. I'll look at what is driving it. Diameter is telling me 102 mm. I've seen it here. I'll change this to 100. I'll click apply. Okay. Now let's check on that connector again. Click on it. 100 mm. So what I'll now do is I will load. Ooh. Okay. So someone drew my attention to something now. I am using 150 mm pipe. So we might be able to get a way around it without editing the family. So let me see. So I will tab and select and check the size. Okay, I'm using 150 mm. Thank you very much, Engineer Zach. I'll change it to 100 mm. I hope you understand the way I changed it to 100 mm. Okay, so I'll go to my section again, section 2. Then I'll right click on the sanitary fixture and click connect into. Okay, then pick. So it's still the same thing. Now let's just quickly edit that family. Let me change it to 100. 100. I've changed it to 100. Then I'll click load into project and close. So do you want to save changes? No. Then what I'll do is I'll override existing version and its parameters. So when I click on this sanitary fixtures, we can see the diameter has changed to 100 mm now. Now let's try to connect into it. AL, pam, pam. Let's show we are in same place. Then I'll click connect into and say 100 mm. Okay, and pick my pipe. We can see that we've connected into it now. I hope we are together.
Yes.
People online, I hope we are together. We are following along.
Yes,
So,
Thank you very much. So,
yes, we are following you.
thank you very much. Now, although I want to do this section of pipe, now we have our first connected pipe. Now, as I said, the way I like to model is how will the installation be done in a real life scenario? Now, I'll go to my section. I want to see the back of my toilet. Now, we are installing the pipe virtually before we install it in real life. How will this pipe be installed? Generally, as a rule of practice, we don't use 90 mm connectors. That's 90 mm connectors, elbows and fittings in sanitary drainage. What we generally use is 45. Now, I want to change to connect all this. I want to connect all these toilets to a single system, to a single pipe. Now I'll click. We can see our connector here. When I right click on it, I can drag it to extend my pipe, to drag and extend to reduce. I can right click and say draw pipe as well. It will adopt the size and everything of that pipe. I now want to limit it to 45 degrees. Pam. 45 degrees. Then straight pipe. Are we together? Now let me move this pipe up into my shaft properly. Click and click. I want to move it up. So that it is within my shaft. Now, in real life, as I said, this pipe will not be straight. It's going to be sloped. So I can add a slope to this pipe. But the challenge with slopes is that when you are modeling it is, we generally want to have a general reference. So for example, if you see, when I click on this pipe, it's telling me my middle elevation is -131. Now let's slope this pipe and see what happens when I change it to a slope. Slope. Let me do 1:80 and finish. Now, so why did my pipe not slope? I have created a restriction on my pipe to only draw angles 90 and 45. Now let's change that. I'll come to MS, my mechanical settings, MS, and make my pipe angles more flexible. You can see here, I've restricted my angles to 90 and 45. And why am I creating these restrictions for myself? It allows me, we might be like, okay, flexibility allows me to play around with my pipes and everything. But in a scenario where you're designing for large projects, you might not be able to keep track of all your angles in your pipes, which will affect the type of fittings that it will give in your schedule, the type of, the elevations of your pipe. Now, let me allow it to use all angles. I'll do okay. Now, let me change my slope to, let me change my slope. Let me add a slope, 1:80, finish. Now, you can see that this pipe is no longer straight now. We can see that the pipe is now sloped now. Now, the issue with that will now be that if I click on this pipe and check the properties, it's not giving me any middle elevation again. It's telling me upper end, top elevation, lower bottom end. So it's telling me the elevation at different points of my slope. You see what's happening? But for the purpose of this class, I would like us to stick with just a straight pipe. However, take into note that in real life, the pipe is not going to be straight for sanitary fixtures. It's going to be sloped. Now, let me go back. So let me just do Ctrl Z. Let me reconfirm my mechanical settings and restrict it to those angles. Yes. Now, this is my single pipe. Now, let's just draw a straight pipe. Now, let me show us something that will make a piping model. Now, who can tell me why my pipe is not showing again? Now, okay, someone in the people in physical class have answered. I would like someone in the other class to tell me why my pipe is not showing.
I think it's a view range.
Thank you, Mr. Abdulmutalab. Thank you. You are following this class. My view range is the reason why my pipe is not showing. Now, let's check my view range. Let me just do my view depth. I believe the view range has been explained. It has been flogged several times in the physical class. So I might not go into the details of the view range again, but I'll be setting my view depth to, let me say, negative 500 and apply. Now, I can see my pipe. To connect all my other sanitary fixtures into this single pipe, there are two ways I can do it. I can either draw it manually or connect it automatically. How do I connect it automatically? Click on one of the sanitary fixtures and we do connect into again. And 100 mm, okay. And pick this pipe. It has connected into it. But let me now check it in my section. If it does it to my satisfaction, section, you can see the way it connected it now. That's not the way I want it. So I will delete this, delete this, delete this. What I now want to do is I want a 45-degree angle. So I'll hold my pipe and draw it back and drop a 45. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, I'll do the same for all my pipes. So let me just draw this pipe section out. Let me just draw a short segment out. For all of them, draw connector, draw it out. Draw it out. Now I'll go to my section to go and connect it properly the way I want. Now, one thing I also want to do is to make my connecting easier, I might want to put a small elbow at the back so that I can have a little room to play with. So let me just do this. Draw, right click and draw pipe. And now you understand why I'm doing this. So for me to repeat the tag, what I just did, I can do enter. Okay, I did delete. So to repeat a recent command you did, you can just press enter. And just draw this elbow out. I hope we are together. Draw this elbow out as well. Now, what I want to do is I want to align all these segments of pipe to my main pipe. What I'll now do is I'll do AL or align. I'll click my main pipe and bam, to stay on it. You will understand why I'm doing that now. And align. I'll now go to my section. Now, why I did that initially was so that my pipes are directly above each other as I require them to be. Now, I'll now click on this connector and drag up to 45 and connect into my stack. Up to 45 and connect into my stack. 45 degrees and drop. I'll click on this 45 degrees as well. I need 45 degrees and drop. Now, we've done for our soil waste pipe now. Now, as per standard practice, maybe as per the plumbing, some engineering service guy, they'll tell you when you have multiple pipe toilets connected like this, you should have maybe a clean out or something. How do I indicate my clean out? On my last connection, I'll click on it. You can see this add button. What this add button is telling me is I can make this elbow into a T. I'll click add. It has turned it to a T. Let's check how it looks like in the section now. So the last one is now a section, is now a T. So I just want to use this to indicate my clean out. So I'll click on it. I'll go to my section 1. Sorry. Right click on it. So draw pipe. I'll just extend it a little. And let's say plumbing. So maybe it is going to open to maybe the toilet somewhere, or let's just leave it inside the shaft and right click on it. Let me just cap open end. So I want to add a cap to it to show that okay, they have to cap it, maybe it's a clean out of some sort. So I can change the type of fitting. I prefer something flat. Yeah. So I'm using that to indicate my clean out now. Now to draw my stack, let me switch to so that you can see what's happening in 3D as well. So permit me to go to my split screen tile view so that we can see what is really happening. Now, I need to draw my stack. That's the pipe that will everybody connects to and my vent. So I'll right click, draw pipe. Now, as I said, the property of this my pipe is showing on, I can see the properties of this pipe. So it's telling me that the middle elevation is negative 1,700. So I want you to take note of what is happening in the 3D view as well. Let me now change this to negative 1,000. So that means we are going negative 1,000 below the ground level. Now, you can see what happened in my, I can't see it in my plan view, but you can see it in my 3D view. Why is it not showing? Same thing, my view range. My view range does not reach up to negative 1,000. Now, let us add our vent. I'll go to my section again and do add. Yes. So I've added a T. I'll right click and draw pipe. Draw it out. Then let's say it vents outside somewhere. So let me just do this. Where do we want to vent to? Oh, okay. So we have our section goes all the way. So we can vent on the roof. So let me delete this because we actually have another toilet on the first floor. Draw pipe. So let me just extend this all the way to my roof level. Now, technically, we can say we are done with our soil waste pipe.